Hi, so today I would like to talk about personal branding. If you're to do an internet search today, one of the advice that you might come across is that you should try to identify and develop your personal brand. But many of my clients are actually not very clear. So how do you actually apply this in your job application? How do you convey your personal branding? And what do you actually write about when you're describing your brand? So I'll be addressing these few questions today. So first, how do you actually use it in the job application? So typically, in very simple and practical terms, I would suggest that you come up with a branding statement, right? By spending a bit of time to write a paragraph that describes a combination of your most significant strengths as a job seeker relative to the position that you're applying for. So this would be a combination of your relevant work experience, your most significant accomplishments, your education qualifications, as well as any training that will give you an advantage. I will also suggest that you mention a couple of relevant personality strengths so as to give a more vivid mental picture of who you are as a candidate in the hiring manager's mind. And then when you have come up with this branding statement, you can then include this on the very first page of your resume in the top half portion. And you can put this in a section called career summary or professional summary, right? So you would typically find that in a resume, almost all the sections will be in point form, right? Comprising bullet points most of the time. And the only exception is when you're describing your career or professional summary. And this is where your paragraph of your branding statement will come in very useful. So where else can you use your branding statement? You can also put in your paragraph of branding statement in your LinkedIn profile. So this will ensure that there is consistency of brand. When the employer looks for your profile online, they would see the same profile, right, as what you have written in your resume. The other platform where you can use your branding statement is when you are attending networking sessions, right? If say you're attending job fairs or you are attending industry events, you typically will have very little time to highlight your suitability as a potential candidate when you have the chance to have a conversation with potential employers. So this is where you can also refer to your branding statement as your elevator pitch in selling your suitability as a candidate for the position. So when you are crafting this branding statement, ensure that it is customized to the particular job position that you're applying for. So this is the same as with when you're crafting your resume. It should always be customized based on the role and the company that you're applying for. So for example, if let's say I am applying for a business trainer position, my branding statement would tend to elaborate on my experience as an entrepreneur because I have first-hand knowledge of the demands, of the requirements of running my own business. And that is a particular strength that I will want to highlight in my branding statement for a business trainer position. But if I were to be applying for a career coaching position, then my branding statement would emphasize more about my experience as a career coach. So try to bear that in mind, right? That your branding statement, just like your resume, should be customized according to the role, the company, the kind of work that you're applying for. Okay?